What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top 10 best non-gambling shooting guards here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. This is actually a very deep position with a lot of top tier cards, buyable and free in all honesty. So I think the shooting guard position is actually pretty well off when it comes to non-gambling cards right now. A few of these guys are truly a couple of the best shooting guards in the game as well. So definitely a pretty deep position here. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Number 10 is the man with the worst release in the list, 100 overall Jaylen Brown. If he had a better release, he'd be very high on this list, but he does not. His jumper stinks, and therefore, despite being 100 overall and having obviously 100 overall stats and badges, which are pretty much perfect, what he does not have is a good release, and therefore he is just not super high on this list. Trey Escape is great, but honestly behind the back is not top tier. Neither is MJ Dribble Style at this point. The Pro 2 Fade is super nice, and I do think JB is a decent card, but I don't think he's unbelievably great, and his release definitely kills the card for me. So he comes in at number 8. Number 10, wow, I can't speak. Number 9 is Jason Tatum, specifically the NBA champion Jason Tatum, because the Invincible Tatum that came out that is also free can't play shooting guard, but they're basically the same card, or pretty close to it anyway, to be honest. And while Tatum is really good with stats and badges, very complete, a 6'8" 2 guard as well, what he does not have is top tier 6. Steph Dribble Style, not great. Steph Escape, not great. Not a great behind the back, not an elite drag back. In general, just not truly elite SIGs at this point in the year. Now, his release and his fade are elite, very much so, but I don't think by themselves those two things are enough to put him any higher than number 9. And I certainly do like this card. I don't know, I have a very hard time not putting him this high. I don't know, feels pretty fair to put him at the number 9 spot. Number 8 is going to be Vince Carter. VC has the Invincible is shooting guard eligible, and he's like a better version of his Dark Matter. He's super complete, obviously, incredible stats, incredible badges, but I will be honest, again, you're missing some animations. D-Book's Dribble Style is good, not as good as Kyrie. Steph Escape, not great. Behind the back is, I think, Halliburton, which isn't great, but it's not awful. And I mean, he moves okay. He just doesn't move great. He's got Pro 2 Fade and a great release. He's like basically Tatum with slightly better SIGs, but I don't think he is a truly top tier shooting guard option either. I feel like number 8 is probably a very fair spot for this Vince Carter card, because I don't think he's exceptionally exceptional either. Number 7 is going to be Mr. Jerry Stackhouse, card that I have not done gameplay with, but I do know is very solid, smooth, pretty solid release. He's what, 6'6" to 6'11", 6'7" wingspan, which does not give him, I wouldn't say elite level size, but not terrible. And then badge wise, obviously has 100 overall, pretty much perfect. Stat wise, pretty much perfect. And animation wise, while not perfect, very good. Kyrie Dribble Style, Kemba Escape, Chris Paul's drag back, good release. Like overall, super solid card. I do like the release. I think it's actually pretty good. Normal fade is not a huge liability. He's a little more complete SIGs wise for sure than the previous guys in this list, and I think his release is solid. I think he's a good card. I mean, I think putting him 7 is pretty fair. Number 6, Rick Barry. This Rick Barry card is really good size-wise. I really like his release as well. Maybe I shouldn't put him above Jerry Stack. I don't know. Him and Jerry Stackhouse feels kind of tough, because I really do like how complete Rick Barry is. Super good playmaking, elite, versatile defender himself. Stats aren't on that samely incredible level, but SIGs are pretty much perfect, and Pro 2 Fade with a really good release as well. Like, I think this Rick Barry card is really nice. Big fan of him at the small forward position. While he's not 100, or at the shooting guard position, I should say. While he's not 100 overall, I'll take what I think are slightly better SIGs and a slightly larger player build as well for Rick Barry over Jerry West. Jerry Stackhouse having better stats and slightly better badges. And so for me, I give Rick Barry the slight edge, put him at number 6. Number 5 is Token Reward Steven Jackson, not Stefan. What am I saying? Steven Jackson, who is 6'8", 6'9" wingspan, great size, number 1. Number 2, really complete stats and badges, as pretty much every card in this list has, of course, but very nice on him. He's got the Hoff handles for days. He's got all the shooting badges, all the finishing. Really good defender. Elite level SIGs, Pro 2 Fade, and a very good release as well. He is a dog. A really good option at the shooting guard position. Does everything really well, and 10 tokens is so, or maybe it's 15, but the amount of tokens that you have to get for him is super duper easy, and I think he's an awesome card. I think he's a very elite option at the at the shooting guard spot, and with his size especially, just he's phenomenal. Very, very good. Definitely one of the best shooting guards in the game, especially with how easy he is to get. I think he's a must-have if you really need a filler shooting guard. Richard Jefferson, the Invincible. This card has a changed jump shot, which is a big deal. They changed his base to Romeo Langford base, which is a very nice jump shot base. He's obviously an Invincible as well, 99 stats across the board. And then he's got pretty much perfect SIGs as well. Kyrie dribble style, Trey escape, Jamal Murray behind the back, John Wall drag back. And then again, that changed jump shot. Now the Larry Bird upper still is not the best upper in the game. Slows down and messes up the jumper just a teensy bit. But I think the animations and the perfect stats, perfect badges, all that is enough to slightly make up for it. Putting him number 4 feels like the right spot for this Richard Jefferson card. Number 3 is going to be the Amani Bates card that came out yesterday. Obviously insane. Sorry, it came out Friday as y'all are watching this video. But 6'8", 6'9" wingspan. Player build doesn't really look 6'8", I'll say that, but does it really matter that much? No, he's super complete, super good, and then his animations offensively are incredible. D-book dribble style, D-book base, Kobe upper, very quick, and perfect 6. Again, like, he's a dog with great size, the shooting guard position, and a really good release, and just a very, very good card. Another awesome top tier not free, but buyable shooting guard option. Top 2, Ricky Davis. He's basically Amani Bates. Like, they're the same cards SIGs wise pretty much. I'd say player build wise, they're basically the same. Amani is listed as an inch taller, but they look about the same on the court. And I mean, there's just nothing you're missing on this card, to be honest. He's got half a movable enforcer, Amani doesn't. That's probably the main thing that gives him an edge. Animation-wise, they're very similar. Both of them have elite releases and perfect SIGs pretty much. Kemba escape instead of Trey. Does it really matter? No, they both got Jamal Murray behind the back. They're both incredible, and they're the 2 best free shooting guards in the game. Sorry, non-gambling shooting guards in the game. Amani is not free, but the best non-gambling shooting guard in the game by far is still Glenn Rice. To this day, Patty Mills base with one of the best uppers in the game, Colin Sexton, the fastest jump shot in my team. At the shooting guard position, 6'8" with a 6'9" wingspan, has that elite level size, has every single key Hall of Fame badge. He is just built different. Glenn Rice is one of the best cards that has come out. I think he might be the best free reward card in the history of my team, pretty much. Like, 2K has not done a phenomenal job this year whatsoever, in my opinion, when it comes to building a really effective, a good game, you know what I mean? And I think this year has been really crappy in a lot of ways. But one thing they have done a good job of is making a couple of free cards really good. And Glenn Rice is the best free card I think they've ever dropped, pretty much. He is so good. And if you missed out on this card, I'm sorry, because he was the best card the day he came out, and he still damn near might be the best card. And it's been, what, 2 months at this point? Card's been out since April 5th. It's been 3 months, actually. He's that good, though. That's how special that Glenn Rice card is. So he's definitely number 1, not even particularly close in my opinion, still to this day. And I think, like I said, this is a deep position, a lot of good free cards for sure. And I think definitely a lot of viable options if you are looking for a shooting guard to add to your squad that you can attain today. Guys like Richard Jefferson, Steven Jackson, Ricky Davis, viable Amani Bates, all attainable today. And yeah, pretty good. So hope you all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.